You're watching Ticket TV. Like, share, and subscribe on your way in. Well, so now it's back on 50 Cent. 50 Cent dealing with a lot of heat right now based off of just late report, this newest report that has come out. And we're definitely going to get into this. As 50 Cent has been a guy who has been all over Diddy. He's been all over T.I. He helped drop the documentary on Diddy. He said he's dropping a documentary on T.I. and Tiny. And now 50 Cent has his own issues, it looks like, according to these reports. Now, as we get into this, we'll talk about exactly what these, allegations are against 50 Cent. Now, so 50 Cent has a new, report that's out right now where it basically states that 50 Cent and Shaniqua Tompkins, they're back in court. And this time, the $1 million lawsuit over life rights and more salacious details about their relationship continue to spill into the public view, according to this report from allhiphop.com. Now, it goes on to state that the latest filing show Mrs. Tompkins pushing back hard against 50 Cent's claims that she broke a life rights agreement, and her response is detailed. Now, she's arguing the contract was never legit to begin with, while 50 Cent's side says that it's a straightforward breach tied to her public comments. Now, at the center of Mrs. Tompkins' defense is a 2005 incident tied to 50 Cent's film, Get Rich or Die Trying. Now, she claims that 50 Cent forced her to sign paperwork after a confrontation inside of New York offices of Violator Management, which was handling the rap star's career at that time. Now, when he looked at it and saw that I signed Jane Doe, she claims that 50 grabbed her by the hair, dragged her to the other end of the office, pushed her to the floor, and started choking her and telling her that he will hurt and embarrass her right there at the offices of Violator Records if she did not sign. She wrote in a sworn affidavit. Now, she says the incident ended with a forced signature she claims wasn't even hers, and she never saw the full agreement or got paid for that movie. Now, her attorneys are claiming, they're now saying that later agreements include a 2007 book deal were shaped by pressure and fear rather than by actual negotiation, and they claim that 50 Cent used repeated threats and financial control to secure compliance, framing that entire thing as more of a gag order than a real contract. Now, they're pointing to the language allegedly used during the disputes, including warnings that she would suffer, arguing those words carried weight given what had happened in 2005. Now, 50 Cent's attorneys are rejecting all of this, and they're arguing that the court should focus on the agreement itself rather than on years-old personal allegations. Now, they're describing the lawsuit as a straightforward enforcement action, accusing Mrs. Tompkins of trying to dodge obligations that she accepted. Now, and I quote, they say, although Mrs. Tompkins' pleading contains false allegations that Jackson threatened, forced to coerce her into signing a prior agreement, it is not the agreement that is at issue in this action. Tompkins claims falsely that a different agreement was signed in 2005 due to allegedly threatened violence. No such allegations are included regarding execution of the book agreement. 50 Cent's lawyer, Lisa Coyle, responded. Now, 50's team is arguing the case should focus on whether she violated the agreement by speaking publicly, not on past personal allegations. They're also pointing to her recent interviews and reported interest in television opportunities as evidence that she's trying to profit while ignoring the contract. They're suggesting her claims are being raised now as a strategy to avoid liability rather than as a legitimate defense. Now, 50 has also relied on his public statements to reinforce his position that the agreement restricts her ability to tell stories about his life. His team argues those statements reflect enforcement of a valid contract, not evidence of wrongdoing. Now, G Unit has not sued Tompkins because she engaged in protected speech, but rather because she breached a contract which prevented her from engaging in certain speech-related conduct, 50's lawyer Lisa Coyle added. Now, the case is now sitting in a New York court where a judge will weigh whether this proceeds as a simple breach or a deeper fight over how the agreement came to exist. Now, the judge's decision could reshape how life rights agreements are enforced in the entertainment industry. And this is coming down on 50 kind of hard right now because, 50 saying he's going to put out a documentary on T.I. and Tiny. He got a documentary on Diddy. He's been going at it with Diddy's son, saying that Diddy's son is he just told Diddy's son the other day, Diddy's son came out, basically went off saying, look, all these other celebs, they the Epstein files, they out here walking free, but my father's locked up. And 50 says, yeah, your father's locked up because he was too busy creating his own Epstein files. That's why he's not in the Epstein file. He was too busy creating his own file, is what 50 said, right? But now this comes on 50. Now, this is after these allegations now where she claims that he choked her and grabbed her by her hair, dragged her around, and all these other things in the violated office. These allegations are coming after those other allegations that 50 had back in the day where the three women alleged that they were assaulted in that, club at that concert where 50 allegedly went into that crowd now. And I think it was in Connecticut. So these things are adding up now, and it seems like something is cooking behind the scenes that we're not seeing completely. But it seems like something is brewing. It seems like a storm is brewing behind the scenes with this situation concerning 50 Cent. Now, 50 Cent has pled his innocence in this situation as far as, and he's pled that she's the one that has violated an agreement. So we'll have to see how this pans out. But this woman, she is accusing 50 of, domestic violence, of choking her out and all these other things, basically, is what she's saying. She's saying he choked her, dragged her, and all these other things. And so I'm very interested to see it. If 50, for one, will respond to those allegations. If I haven't seen if he's responding to them or not, I have to go check and look. But if he does, how he responds to it. Or if he did, how did he respond to those allegations? That is something I'm very interested in seeing. So make sure that you guys, this segment, y'all drop me thousands of likes in this segment. And a lot of y'all not getting notifications on our channel. We have a free link. Basically, you can just subscribe, click that free link, and you will never miss any of my notifications on my videos. You will get all of them. So if you miss notifications, if you want to get all of them, see all of our content, make sure y'all do that. That's very important. So 50, again, this is a situation that's heating up, man. This is in court. This is going to be a big situation right here. The reason why this is big is because this is going to tell a lot going on in the future of what this woman is going to be able to do as far as speak or not speak, or, we're going to see. It's just, something that's very serious right here, man. This is, one of those things that, it's a lot, in my opinion, that's brewing that we don't see behind the scenes.
Hey guys, Ticket really hopes you enjoyed the content. There will be a link in the description box and pinned at the top of the chat room where you can go to the Ticket TV merch shop and purchase the exclusive merchandise for men and women. Thanks for your support, and he appreciates all sales.
I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure y'all click those links below. Subscribe to the podcast show. You can donate support to the channel, Cash App, PayPal, or buy that weight loss formula. All the links are below. Peace.